Imperio Real Estate in 2014. I am a father of 5, married for 14 years. I'm a big boxing fan and a huge foodie, so I like food, I like nice restaurants. These are my kids, my wife, and a view from the Manny Pacquiao fight with all my friends. So at Imperio Real Estate, we're a property management company. What we do is we collect the rent for an owner. We put tenants in there for an owner. We will handle any maintenance requests, anything that goes on for that property during the course of the lease, and we enforce the lease on behalf of the owner. Complete turnkey service. That way owners don't have to think about it. They just hand the property over, we take it over, they get their check the middle of the month by direct deposit. We handle all of the background checks for the tenants. We go through the credit bureaus, we get full background, full credit check. We link to their bank accounts to verify their income, so we can see their deposits for the last 12 months. Everyone likes to put, I make 100,000, great, prove it. So we have a direct bank link to verify all of that for all the tenants. We handle all of the marketing, move in, move outs. They get a tenant replacement card. You go to the next slide. All of our tenants, if they want to pay in cash, that's great. I don't accept cash. 7-Eleven's open 24 hours, so they can take their cash to 7-Eleven, scan the barcode, and it goes directly into our account, accounted for on their ledger for the owners. So I like to keep these short and sweet, so I'd rather tell you who not to send me first before I tell you who to send me. We don't handle tenant rep. So as realtors, we are allowed to show properties to tenants through the MLS system. Unfortunately, other agents do not offer any sort of compensation for it outside of like $50, so it just doesn't make it worth our while from a time perspective to go open 50 rental doors for a tenant. We would have to charge a flat fee. It's not cost effective for the tenants, not cost effective for us. So we just handle our own properties within our portfolio. Accidental landlords, they're honestly some of the worst clients that anyone could have. So that's a homeowner who purchased a home, got a job transfer, and they're mortgaged to the teeth, and they have to move. They end up having to rent the house by accident. These are the owners that do not want to make capital improvements. They don't want to pay our fees. They don't want to do anything that's outside of what they absolutely have to. It just makes it a very difficult working relationship. And any landlord who's resistant to advice. So the know-it-alls, or I know everything, I know all my vendors, you know, those are the kinds of people that we definitely don't want to work with. I'm sure you guys don't want to work with them either. So good referrals. Any owner who owns multiple properties, 3 to 10. I have one owner who owns 15 properties. They handed them all over. We take care of everything. They get one nice big check at the middle of every month. Duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, multifamilies are always really good for us. You know, 3 doors in one location. We just finished a triplex in Clearwater that we renovated for one of our owners, and they're getting $1,700 a month per unit in Section 8 income, up from the $700 that building was generating in cash back. Apartment buildings, 5 units plus. We're looking at one tomorrow. Out-of-state owners, I've got a few owners in Montana that have portfolios. They invested down here in like 2010. They've got 10 properties. They do really, really well with those properties. Realtors are also good referrals for us. We do pay realtors a monthly commission. Well, they'll get 25% of our management fee on a residual basis for referring us business. And that's it. So here's my cell phone number. If any of you guys want to get a hold of me, feel free to call or text me anytime.
I just wonder if you could tell the group about your business model fee structure compared to others, because you have a great one.
So yeah, most property managers will give a flat fee of like $500 for a realtor referral. I'd rather share in that with the realtors and let them get an additional income stream.
That's great. You can give that to Ada. Thank you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the greatest halftime show on earth. Never Late Property Cleaning, owned by Ms. Ada McFarley here, has been in business 15 years. It's based in Treasure Island, conveniently, in the middle of resorts, which they specialize in. She has a great history. She's been a motivational speaker, a performance coach, an interim college dean, a college professor, a principal at a K-12 Christian school, a police officer, and a U.S. Army military police officer. She's very proud of her daughter, Erin, her grandson, Emery, and of course, her miniature poodle, Honey. She has a burning desire. She wants to construct a golden size retirement home for the elderly in her church congregation. And something no one knows about Ada, she once got hired as a short order cook in college, and she was fired the first day because she didn't know how to do eggs over easy. And the key to her success is her impeccable work ethic, Miss Ada McFarley.
Well, the cooking hasn't changed. I don't cook. But I would like to tell you how I got started here and ended up in cleaning. I grew up in a 975 square foot home with my parents and 3 brothers and 1 sister. And to stop chaos, I think they call it domestic violence now, between my mom and dad, I learned to, in a 6-year-old version, clean up the house, and it would bring smiles to my mom and would allow my father no longer to lay hands on her. So it was her smile for me that got me into cleaning, and I truly am a director of smiles. And these are my next individuals who I'm responsible for creating smiles for. My daughter Erin and my grandboy Emery have me wrapped around their fingers, and this is my legacy years for them. I'm a vacation rental and cleaning company. I'm also a commercial janitorial company. We specialize in banks, schools, and medical clinics, and we also do day porters for homeowners association. But my niche market is vacation rental and cleaning. And this is how it all started. I've been in B&I off and on since 2011. And a lot of you are familiar with this young lady right here, Samantha. Samantha says to me one day, why don't you get into the vacation rental? She says, if you could learn how to do volume, you will be amazing. So I listened to her advice. And that's why vacation rental is our next market. Now the competitiveness comes. I shared with you that I grew up in that small house with 3 big brothers who are all military vets. And they will remind you of 3 Adams. I'm first. Mom loves me more. No, she loves me more because I'm the girl. So I grew up with 3 Adams in my house around the table. So that's where my competitiveness comes from. You couldn't live in that household unless you were competitive. So I brought that out to the beaches. That's my little dog, Honey. I came out to the beaches intentionally to take over the Gulf beaches of Pinellas County. And so this is who we are. We are a professional, trained, uniformed team of over 30 individuals. We have a small fleet of vehicles. We have built relationships on the beaches. Our home office is located in Treasure Island. I'm a member of various beach communities. I'm not gonna read way up my word. And this is next. Promise I wouldn't say that.
Where am I?
You lost. Who we are. Now this is what we do. Okay, this is what we do. Weekends, remember Samantha taught me volume. I am now at 80 rooms in one day of flipping on the beaches. It wouldn't be without an amazing team. But we flipped 80 rooms out on the Gulf beaches of Pinellas County. And we call them turnaround cleans. You check out at 10, you check in at 3. Those rooms must be guest ready. And during the weekdays of our business, we focus in on larger vacation rental properties that sleep 15 plus individuals. And this is what sets us apart. I intentionally worked on being set apart. You know how actors move to New York and LA? Well, I moved to the Gulf beaches deliberately. I live in Treasure Island, Florida. I've been on the beaches for 8 years as a resident. It was important for me to get to learn the community, to hang at their local pubs, and to build relationships. And this is also what sets us apart. I deliberately look for reviews online of property management companies who are not 5 stars like Valerie Vogel's Airbnb is. So I find a company who has bad reviews. I vet that company. I say, if you would allow us to be your soul cleaner, I can turn that around for you. One of our VIP clients who were responsible for flipping over 60 of their properties, 8 years ago, they invested in Never Late, and they allowed us to be their sole property cleaner. And what also sets us apart out on the beach, the military taught us what you don't inspect, don't expect. So therefore, we have inspectors that go into the rooms and inspect after the cleaners clean. Far sets us apart. Then we came up with a 5-point cleaning method. I promise you, that's the secret sauce of what has made us so successful out on the beaches of Pinellas County. We do backgrounds on our cleaners. And this is a great referral to me. I've already shared. I'm looking for the property managers and the Airbnb owners who are getting bad reviews. So listen for that. I'm also looking for the owners who have bought properties and they need someone with experience to manage their properties. And Giver's Gain. This was my Sunday school teacher back in Dallas, Texas, Zig Ziglar. And Zig said, I'm too tall to hide, so I might as well learn command present and stand in the middle of people. So I listened to Zig. But as Zig states, if you help enough people get to where they need to be, you'll get to where you need to be. So I started a foundation called the Lake Foundation. The L is for my mother, Lula. The A is for me, Ada. The T is for my sister, Tracy. And the E is for Aaron. We give back to the community. We're a Christian organization, and we bless other Christian organizations. I want to bless Cliff, who's taking a trip of youth to Puerto Rico. This was our first recipient of an award with Never Late. Please like us on Facebook. And I want to thank each of you in Nexus that inspire me. I wanted to come back to the chapter to hang out with people like the young man who did my shirts. He used to have a business in a house, and he moved to an amazing office, and he just grew. That inspires me. And then I met a young man who had a Tampa Bay Bucks affiliation, went to work for his friend, learned the business, and came out and started his own insurance business. That's what inspires me. And to meet Dave's kids, who has a daughter who I met as a young person, now in law school. I want to thank each of you for helping me be